My interviews were all retrospective. They all occurred after the key events portrayed in this book, though they are supplemented by and checked against materials that documented those events in real time. I've changed the names of the narrators from the two co-ops out of respect for their privacy, even when not explicitly requested to do so. The term narrators is employed in the field of oral history to refer to interviewees, a word choice that reflects how individuals narrate their lived experiences in the context of wider historical events. I do not use it lightly. Although this book is ultimately and necessarily filtered through my viewpoint, the narrators' voices are the driving force behind the stories. My belief in the importance of not just what they have to say, but also how they say it, is central to my approach. Throughout the book, I include direct quotes from my conversations with these residents. Some of their perspectives are unique, others are able stand-ins for widely held ones. I'm grateful to all who spoke to me with such openness, and I have taken the utmost care to render your words and perspectives faithfully. The Narrators. St. James Towers, Pro Mitchell Lama, Wenna Redfern, Graham Hales, Tia Ward, and Harriet Brighton. Pro Privatization, Lester Goodyear, Deborah Norton, Simon Doran, and Miranda Lynch. Southbridge Towers, Pro Mitchell Lama, Daniel Brampton, Chris Resco, Ava Sachs, Leo Aria, and James Saul. Pro Privatization, Harvey Marshall, Jan Nauman, Marissa Heine, Tom Goldhaber, and Jacob Villa. Beyond. New Hampshire, Ian McSweeney and Steve Normanton. Massachusetts, Kristen Wyman and Pam Ellis. Missouri, M.A.K., Tara Ragavir and Magda Workmeister. Part 1. The Public, the Goods. Introduction. A House Divided. "Hey guys, I'm here," Wenna Redfern announces as she and I enter her favorite local diner just across the way from her home in Bed-Stuy, Brooklyn. She's a slight, fashionable black woman, her mischievous grin and tortoiseshell glasses framed by a high gray hairline that marks her as an elder. We take seats by the front window, from where she can keep an eye on her street. In between teasing asides with the staff, she puts in her regular order: a medium half-orange, half-cranberry juice, a coffee, and an English muffin for the table. Her grandmotherly prodding suggests that I, too, should prepare to tuck in. "Listen," she says, gesturing to the diner at large, "I probably have stock in this place." Wenna is used to owning pieces of her neighborhood. For the past 6 decades, she's been a resident and part owner of St. James Towers, a high-rise down the street fronted by a concrete playscape in the round. Its 24 brown brick stories contain 326 apartments. Its balconies, one a roost for twin swan statuettes, look onto row houses flanking a grand French Gothic church, their stoops touching down on a spacious sidewalk, punctuated with ginkgo and maple trees. St. James may appear undistinguished against these surroundings, but it is the product of one of the most successful social housing programs in U.S. history. This program, nicknamed Mitchell Lama after the 2 New York State Congresspeople who sponsored its originating 1955 law, funded the construction of 140,000 apartments across 270 developments in New York City, and more across the state. Roughly half of those homes in the city take the form of what's known as a limited equity cooperative. "When we moved here, my father said it was nothing but a glorified project," Wenna tells me, looking out at her co-op through the glass. There is, indeed, something special about St. James. As a cooperative, it is owned and governed collectively by its residents. As a limited equity co-op, resale prices on its apartments